A few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
36 pounds.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
To throw, Mayfield, flush to his right. And a catch made here by Sharon Peak. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Third and short yardage. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him. Because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhere. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. It's Williams on the catch. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Steps away to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play there for the Raiders. 32 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Mayfield. Flushed out right. This is caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Sharon Peak, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Flush to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson, throwing again, escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw again is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and it's 2nd down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield down. Flushed out right. And Matthews makes the grab. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got Peak. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Corey Littleton in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
You got three.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Working out of the gun, Mayfield forced out to his left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
That's how we do it, baby.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. So that'll back him up 5.
Come on.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson now operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, 180. Watch out. Run. Hey, Charlie. 24 is the mic. I hope you brought your mic.
Mayfield on 1st down. This is the tight end fan. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. It's a 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line.
50 seconds.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Matt Milano just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wilson to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Being chipped, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Wahoo! 57's the mark. Watch 57. Come on,
Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 63 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met it all.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jacobs now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Shaq Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt to tell my offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The throw complete here to Williams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 79 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Elliott good with a PAT. And this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
180. Right here.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Matthews, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Jordan Reed has it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And the ball is knocked out. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, exit.
Mayfield on first down. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Third down here. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Mayfield. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Check 53, check.
Throwing on second down. Wilson buying time to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 27 yards there. A first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight.
And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team. It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Push him back.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
24 is the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me. King.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He completes this to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, he's going deep for Brown. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Mayfield, flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Pistol. Mike, 55. Go. 55. Hurry.
Mayfield now. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use it. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Aguilar. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure. The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
1st down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield on the move to his left. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
Play fake. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's 2nd down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, Delta.
Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long.
Hey, alert 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look.
He's got a man complete. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Wilson steps away to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Matthews. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Point it right.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. That escapes the sack. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
Tight right. We got 4.
4th down, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. After the interception, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Buying time to his left. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. And it's caught for 2 points. Very interesting way to end this one. They add on a couple extra that they really didn't need. Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points